Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Say Being Hunted, episode 495 now. So, back here of course on this little West Island on our balloon experiment challenge. My god, basically let me just say right now, ladies and gentlemen, if I sound a little bit exhausted and sapped of energy, you can probably guess why, with it being summer and all that recently, pretty much what I think I said in the last episode. It has been bloody hot today. It's an evening as we record this. It's 20 to 9 in the evening, and good God, it is still hot. It's like, I'm not kidding, it's been like 35-degree heat here in the UK at the moment, where I am, down towards the sort of southwest, which, some of you out there in some countries, you might think that doesn't sound like much. You might think, Red, don't be so silly. Why are you being such a little wimp about it? You may come from a country that gets a lot hotter than that. But I'm from the UK, ladies and gentlemen. We don't deal well with extreme heat. There's, evidenced by the fact that as soon as we have crazy weather here in the UK, we always end up cancelling all the trains, all the airplanes, all that. Because, a lot of our infrastructure over here in the UK just isn't really designed for this kind of weather. But like I say, yeah, it's bloody hot today, and keeping cool has been a real challenge. So apologies, by the way, if you hear like a humming sound in the background of this video. It's because literally the room I'm in, where I've got my computer set up, problem is it's a west-facing room. It has a window that faces to the west, which of course means that in the afternoon the sun just hits it direct, so it gets really hot. Even when you put the blinds down, it still gets very warm. So as I've been sat in here doing my work for the day, typing away, I've had my fan on, and of course I've got it on right now as I record this. So like I say, apologies if you do hear like a humming sound in the background. I did a little sort of audio test before I started recording, and it didn't seem that bad. Couldn't really hear it that much, so maybe it'll be okay. Maybe you won't really hear it particularly all that much. But yes, like I say, it's just a bit of a ball ache. So it just saps your energy, kind of, to put it that way. I don't know why I'm carrying all these empty bottles in my inventory, because they're basically useless to me. So still here with the balloon experiment, trying to get on the balloon. I think we've basically got to the point here, really, where climbing up the pylons just isn't really viable. It seems you can only get so far up them before eventually you just sort of glitch out and you can't sort of jump any higher. But you can, incidentally, climb up the big church that was off in that direction. We discovered that. So you see, I was at first thinking, is there like a height limit in this game in terms of how far, I don't know, maybe you're able to jump up things? But no, you can jump up the flipping church over there. And of course there's like high crags that we've been on before, which have been much higher than the pylons, and we were able to get up those. So I don't know what I was thinking about that one. So pylons, they're not going to be the way forward. At the moment we're thinking that probably the way to do it is to go on the church, but the difficulty with that is just hoping that the balloon goes over there and flies close enough to it for us to actually jump across onto it. Oh god, was he just very close to that crane just then? Because if he was, I feel like I could have just jumped across from that crane. Bollocks. You see, there's going to be a ton of missed opportunities like this, I do feel. So we just got to persevere and keep going. And like I say, maybe if we get the opportunity on this map to actually jump across, then that'll work. But if we don't, we can always sort of make it like a background objective. We can always move on to another challenge or something else and then try again another time. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can get onto this crane again, because I should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Just getting onto it, which is always a bit of a headache, isn't it? Hey, come on back over here, mate. As close as you were to this crane a moment ago. You see, the one time he goes near to something high like this is the one time that I'm not actually on it, and I don't realise until it's too flipping late. Alright, well maybe I should go in that direction towards the crane off over there then, actually. Maybe that'd make things, oh god, a bit simpler. And we'll see if we can freaking get down. There we go. Alright, let's get moving. So I hope you guys out there are all doing well watching this. Hope you're doing alright in this heat wave, especially if you're based in the UK. No doubt, of course, in Europe there's probably a heat wave going as well. I imagine it's probably the same in parts of the US, etc, etc. So hope you're all doing fine. Hope you're all putting on your sun cream and all that. I mean, I haven't put any sun cream on yet, but that's because obviously with my work I'm usually indoors most of the time. Isn't that just the suckiest part of this, ladies and gentlemen? We've got this fantastic weather, and of course I have to be stuck indoors working, because of course my job is one of the ones that requires a lot of typing, a lot of sitting in front of my computer doing work, having MS Teams meetings and God knows what else. And it is a fucking ball ache, because of course I have to stay cool, and I look outside out my window and I see how warm and how sunny and bright it is, how everyone else is outside enjoying the sun, and then there's me stuck indoors, unable to go out or anything. Alright, let's get up this fucking thing if we can. Come on, balloon, just stay where you are. Oh god, he's getting very close. Holy shit. Ooh. Hey, it's actually sort of glitching through that chimney there, you see. Okay, hold on. Oh, come on, you... Oh, God. Okay, you see, like, I'm just doing a test comparison here. Okay, so when you're at the... Oh, God, that balloon is still quite high up, even when you're on the highest point of the crane, even, as I was trying to say. Can I shoot the searchlight from here? Yeah, you can, apparently. Well, there you go. Well, that's good to know. You can still shoot it from that range. Is he going to come back, though? That's the question. Ooh. Oh, what about the big mill building, actually? Huh. Because if he doesn't come back over in this direction, he may, I don't know, it may be worth seeing if he can scale that building as well. Just to see what the deal is with that one. Oh, wait. Are you coming towards me? Oh, wait a minute. We might be about to do this. He's coming directly towards me, I think. Oh, but is he going to be too high? That's the question. Well, maybe if he sort of goes down a bit in the canal. Oh my god, is this possible? Are we going to do it? Are we actually going to do this? Oh no, don't go up, don't go up. No, don't go up, come down, come down. Come on, that's it. No, don't go up. Come here. This is where I want you to be. Wait. Oh, it is solid. It's solid. You saw that? I hit the searchlight and then rebounded off it. It is solid. So you potentially could jump on it, but I don't think the cranes are going to hack it. Right, we need an alternate location. We need something higher. Because the cranes just aren't good enough by the looks of it. Yeah, he's not going to go to the other crane, is he? Or is he? Hang on. Hold on. I don't know if the other one maybe is a bit higher, but... Hold on. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay, we got very close there. I feel like it could be possible. I feel like it is possible. You can actually get onto the balloon, but it just depends, like I say, on whether he goes by any high enough locations. That's the thing. Alright, let me just eat some stuff. There we go. He's not going to go over towards this crane. That's unfortunate. Shoot. But yeah, he was getting there, though. He was very close. I think that's the closest we've ever been to the actual basket of the balloon itself. But the problem is, like, you only have like a slim window of opportunity to jump at him before eventually he's past you, and then you have to just wait for him again. I don't know. Hold on, I could get up this side, couldn't I? Come on, up you go, mate. Come on, there we go. That's it. Oof. Nah, he's not going to come over here, is he? Or is he? Hold on. If he suddenly turns round, that would be very, very helpful, wouldn't it? Okay, hold on. Let's go along here, like so. You know what would be ideal? Is if you could sort of like get a crane and one of those pylons to generate like right next to each other. Because then you could climb up the crane to this bit and then jump over onto the pylon, if that was a thing. But I doubt that's ever going to happen, which is unfortunate. Alright, you're going to turn around and come in this direction? I hope you are. Because I can give you another shot at the very least. Well, in the meantime, as we're sort of waiting to see if the balloon comes around in this direction, which I don't think he's going to do, hope you guys are all doing well out there, like I said before. Now, I've been doing something interesting, actually, or watching something interesting, rather, on YouTube recently, on the Crunchyroll channel. So basically, you know how I've talked about RWBY before in my So You Being Hunted series? You know, RWBY, the sort of Rooster Teeth animation. It's currently in something like its 8th or 9th volume. I've talked about that show before, about... I think I've probably talked about it actually on 2 occasions in my Sir series, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to talk about it a 3rd time. Basically, So I think the original time I talked about RWBY was way back when I'd first discovered it, and I'd actually sort of found that, as janky as the first 3 volumes of it were, I'd actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Thought it was actually quite an interesting show. And thing was, though, after sort of volume 3, I think I maybe talked about this a bit more, or the second time I talked about it, but it's interesting because, from volume 3 onwards, a lot of the volumes tend to get sort of mixed kind of reviews. People seem to have mixed opinions of them. But I'm not going to talk about the main sort of RWBY series itself here, because I want to talk about something slightly different. So, if you follow RWBY, you might be aware that basically there's been an adaptation of RWBY, an actual anime adaptation of it now, a proper anime by an actual Japanese animation studio, and it's called RWBY Ice Queendom. And I'm judging, by that title, basically the reason it's called Ice Queendom, I'm guessing, is because it's going to be predominantly from the viewpoint of What's-Her-Face. Why am I calling her What's-Her-Face? She's literally my favourite RWBY girl. Weiss Schnee, that character. So, Crunchyroll is going to be broadcasting, I think, episodes of it every sort of Sunday. And they've currently got the first 3 episodes up so far, and I watched them. So they're both the episodes can be found on obviously Crunchyroll's website, but they're also available on Crunchyroll's YouTube channel. All 3 episodes in one video, and so I watched those 3 episodes recently. So basically, the first 3 episodes pretty much are sort of like a very whistle-stop tour of the things that essentially happened in the original RWBY Volume 1. And I have a feeling that from episode 4 onwards, it's going to be basically original storylines. I mean, the thing is, the first 3 episodes themselves have some original stuff to them. They showcase bits from the original white and black trailers, as well as adding some elements of their own. But like I say, for the most part, it's basically a retelling of the events of Volume 1, kind of truncated. So obviously it cuts a lot out, but it kind of focuses on some of the important stuff. And it's going to be very much focused on Weiss, and you know what? I'm all for it. Because the animation isn't bad. I thought it was quite good. I mean, granted, I'm not an expert when it comes to animation, but I thought it looked good. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought there was plenty in there to like. So you know what? I'm interested in seeing where it goes. And seeing if there's going to be more of it. Oh my god, I'm actually scaling this wall. How am I doing that? Okay, I just got to keep pressing the button. Oh, hey, don't do that. I'm kind of curious though if there's going to be anywhere where you can potentially get onto the roof. I don't think there is going to be, because there's a lip, isn't there, right around the edge. Damn it. That's unfortunate. There's another mill building over there. Again, looks like it's got a lip around its roof, though. Ah, dang it. Well, the designers of Sir really have covered all bases there, haven't they? I just want to see how high I can get up. But yeah, RWBY Ice Queendom looks really interesting, and if you're into RWBY, it's well worth a watch. So, it's going to be very different to the original RWBY series, obviously. But, you know what? I think, by the looks of it, it looks promising enough. And I enjoyed those first 3 episodes, like I said, so I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that on Crunchyroll. I'll love to see what is going to be going on in episode 4. Now, obviously, it does mean that, a few characters, there are certain things which we originally saw in, the original, the OG Volume 1 of RWBY, which, obviously, Ice Queendom doesn't show. But, you know what? Still enjoying it. And I think it's probably going to introduce characters of its own as well. But the thing is, that does remind me, obviously, that I do need to get watching RWBY again. Just get watching the rest of it, because I'm so fucking behind on it. I watched Volume 5, and I did that as like as a Let's Watch series over on my Propagandist channel. But since then, I have just not watched anymore. And like I say, I mean, part of me's sort of been undecided, because I've heard so many sort of mixed reviews of it. Because the thing is, like, Volume 6 apparently is decent, but has some design choices and things like that which people just were kind of unsure about. Volume 7, though, I've heard some decent things about. But Volume 8, I don't know, I've heard some real criticisms of that one. But I'm pretty sure Volume 9, if not out already, is going to be coming out sometime soon. So we'll see if that maybe redeems it, I don't know. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen? We'll have to see. Oh, good. I'm actually scaling this wall as well. It's weird how, like, sometimes you find a foothold, but other times you just don't. I guess I'm kind of on the windowsill there, but Because you just got to find like a wall that's slightly sloped, so then your character can actually get a foothold on it, which is all very weird. I've just got to keep spamming that jump key though, just to make sure I don't get stuck, as this game sometimes is wont to do to you. I wonder if you could sort of like scale up the gutter here, up onto the roof. Is that something that you could do perhaps? Ooh, no. Hold on. Hold up. We're going to do this. I'm going to see if it's possible. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh. I was sort of on the window ledge then. I make so many weird noises, don't I, when I'm doing this? I don't see the balloon anywhere. Watch as he now drifts incredibly close to every single crane, to the church, to everywhere where basically I could climb up. I know he's there. Okay, that's fine. He better not have actually been over towards that church while I was just messing around over here. Otherwise that's going to really tick me off. So yeah, in short, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, RWBY Ice Queendom. Looking forward to seeing more of it, especially since it's going to be predominantly from Weiss Schnee's viewpoint. Because you know me, I've said it before, I think I've probably actually done a RWBY thumbnail, which actually had Weiss Schnee actually on it. With I seem to recall it had like a speech ball on it saying I am clearly the best girl. And I stand by that. I freaking love Weiss Schnee's character. I think she's fascinating. Because the thing is, she's kind of RWBY's equivalent of a tsundere character. But the thing is, in RWBY, she does go through character development, and I thought she did turn out to be a very likeable character. Because the thing is, tsundere characters are something that I, personally, am never really too keen on in anime. Except when they're sort of handled in a way where they clearly go through some development. Sorry, God, I'm having to clear my throat. Suddenly getting very phlegmatic all of a sudden, don't know why. But yeah, tsundere characters in anime, I've never been a big fan of them. I think it's just because, like, quite often in Japanese animation, their character development is very sort of gradual, and it takes a while before they sort of really open up to the MC and things like that. And, you know, for the most part, I'm always just looking at characters like that and you're like, just fucking say what you're thinking, seriously. Stop beating around the bush and all that. And Weiss Schnee is kind of that sort of tsundere character who's quite sort of, you know, bratty and harsh on the exterior, but then goes through character development and actually becomes quite kind and actually quite likeable and reliable. And that's why I like the character. Also, I just really like the character's visual design. I just like the sort of, the hairstyle and the, like the little tiara thing. And then just like this sort of blue-white dress that she wears. That's the thing about a lot of our characters' animation. Usually, the characters you fall in love with tend to be the ones who catch your eye straight away. At least that's what I find. I find that in a lot of anime that I watch, including like a lot of anime-style games, like Danganronpa, those games. Usually, the characters who I ultimately turned out really liking were admittedly the ones who caught my eye at the very beginning. Because of their visual design, something about it just appealed to me and all that. But like I say, I mean, that's probably, you know, true of so many anime and anime games and whatever else have you. I wonder if we can climb up this thing. Let's have a look. Can I climb up these vines like freaking Minecraft or something? Well, it looks like we can climb it. Oh god, is that lip going to be a problem? I think it is. Ah, bollocks. I don't think we can get up any higher, can we? Nope, because there's a lip in the way. Shoot. Well, just drop me off, ladies and gentlemen. Is that pylon shorter? Huh. That pylon feels shorter than the other ones. That also looks... yeah, that's a different one, because it's only got one spar protruding out. Hold on. Let me just check this. See if this is actually... oh, no, never mind. That's not going to happen. Right, so it's looking like really the only realistic place where we're potentially going to get onto the balloon. I nearly said the helicopter then. The helicopter? That would be a weird insertion into Sir, that would. A weird addition, rather. Yeah. Looks like realistically the only place where potentially we're going to jump onto the balloon is going to be from the church. Yeah, you definitely can't get any higher than that. Oh, that's really disappointing. I thought I'd really identified something there with the pylons in order to be able to get up. Well, we'll see. I guess really, like I say, we only have this church over here, and the problem is all the other outer-lying islands that I've generated for this map are industrial biomes as well. But we can always go and check them out at some point, because maybe there'll be, I don't know, slightly different architecture on those ones, which we'll be able to utilise. Who knows? Right, what time is it? Is it nearly... oh god, it's nearly 9 o'clock, good lord. Probably been recording for just under 20 minutes or so, haven't I? Or thereabouts. Maybe 20 minutes on the dot. Well, you know what? I think we've had a good episode there. We've very nearly gone to the balloon, and I also jabbered on for a while about freaking out, RWBY Ice Queendom. So, good stuff. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't, if you're into that show. Because you never know, you might find something that you really enjoy. Because I think it's promising. I think it looks like it's going to be very interesting. So, sure, why the hell not? I'll take a look at it as it gets released Sundays, ladies and gentlemen. I think it says on Crunchyroll it's Sundays at like 4 PM BST, which I'm going to be honest, I don't really know my time zone acronyms, abbreviations that well. I know GMT obviously, and other ones like Eastern Standard Time, which is like the American coast. But there's other ones that I can never remember what they are, like BST. What was that again? It better not be something like British no, it won't be British Summertime, would it? No, that wouldn't make sense. Alright, yeah. Okay, well, let's wrap up here. So Facebook and links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated. But other than that, this is John Red signing off. Goodbye all. Oh, and also, before I forget, Q&A, episode 500. Keep leaving some questions if you haven't done so already. Kind of curious to see what's in the middle of that thing though, since that's where he seems to be hanging around. So I got one of the Hook's blessings to that thing over there, but what did that do? Not entirely certain. Okay, that weird sort of discordant music seems to play whenever he's nearby. So I guess that's your kind of auditory indicator that you're in danger or that he's nearby or whatever. There's got to be something in there, right? Yes, it looks like there's a pool that we can get through. So we've just got to get into the middle, that's all. Right. He shouldn't be able to see me, should he? As long as I sort of stay crouched, I think he can't really do anything unless he literally walks right into me. Right, you go over there. Actually, hang on a minute.